Hello, boys and ghouls, and welcome to another erotically charged, action packed episode of SOV Vigilantes with our co hosts Andrew Baltus and Clint Kelly. We are here to
It.
talk about three more gems
We're taut and ready to go.
within the world of shot on video.
Yeah.
Um,
It's been a few weeks. Have you guys been watching a lot of flicks or
There's a couple I'm saving, but the one that I'm going to be talking about today, I actually watched for the first time, surprisingly,
wow.
and it was like right up my alley.
yeah, so I've been like hitting play on a lot, and then it gets like, 5 minutes in, and I'm like, oh, I should probably watch this with these guys. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I could
Like
tell
group,
it was
group viewing.
Yeah, I could tell there was going to be some entertainment to be had.
Yeah.
And then I put a lot on my Tubi queue.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much SOV stuff is on there.
Yeah, it's wild. Like every couple days I'll pop on there and new stuff just keeps popping up. So
yeah, we talked about Fatal Vows, which I was going to watch on Tubi, and then I like made it 5 minutes in. I was like, I'm saving this.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for that one. I say we just bag Shooting Wellsville and just watch shot on video.
We record the episodes live now of us actually watching and doing direct commentary on what we're watching.
Right.
But
we would all watch separate movies in separate sides of the house.
We're just set up 3 different TVs, and we all just watch 3 at once.
Full volume.
Yeah.
So yeah, totally. Let's do that. I'm in.
I'm definitely making it a point within the schedule to make sure that we have movie time.
Yeah, because I've also done the same thing where I start watching something and go, who would like this? Clint and Chris.
Yeah, I have some discs, like I said, with that Dreamstalker movie, whatever it is.
Yeah, I've seen Dreamstalker before, but
have you?
Yeah, I definitely would.
The pseudo Freddy movie.
Yeah, the Dirt Bike Freddy.
Yeah,
I haven't, and I think that was literally every time I think about it, I'm like, I need to watch this with these guys.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saving it.
Yeah,
I have the Intervision 2 disc of like that, and I think another SOV Dark Harvest. I think it's like a killer scarecrow movie.
Oh yeah. I know the one you're talking about. That was the DVD release, right?
What was it?
That was a DVD release, right?
Yeah, it was a DVD.
I have that same set. So, do you, Chris? Do you have the DVD?
Maybe I'm wrong. I think Darkstalker may have been, or Dreamstalker was a standalone.
Because I know I have the Dark Harvest with something else, and I don't remember what's on the disc.
No, I haven't even seen Dark Harvest.
No, it's Dreamstalker in a movie called Death by Love.
No, I don't have that.
Then.
Yeah. The Dreamstalker I have is the TerraVision.
Okay, so you've got the Blu-ray then.
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't even worry about looking for it.
Yeah, I figure we'll whatever we watch, we can then we're all together and we can fucking do a review of whatever we watch.
Yeah.
I'm on board. Sounds good to me.
And I'm sure there's going to be some gems.
I'll bring Fuck the Devil 2. Watch that. So good. Yeah, that was setting the bar pretty low, honestly.
Have you guys ever seen Alien Beasts? It's another one that is like.
I don't think so.
The bar is very low.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is it long though? Like, is it a long movie?
It felt long.
Yeah.
It's like 15 minutes.
Yeah. It's like,
I'm trying to look up how long it is.
I mean, that's the beauty of my movies today. They didn't feel like they were long at all. And they weren't, but they
Yeah.
they flew by. They were delightful.
It's an hour and 14 minutes.
Ooh.
It's a
Well,
Carl J. Sukanik film, if you know who he is.
I don't, but what else did he do?
I mostly know him from Alien Beasts.
Okay.
Tales of Screaming Madness is his newer ones.
Okay.
He's still making stuff. Mutant Massacre, which I think was known as Alien Beasts 2.
They made a
You know-
sequel.
I think I'm trying to remember the one that Clint you sent us, or Andrew maybe sent us. Maybe it was Clint. The one that has the sequels, the taking place at the college.
Oh, Carnage Hall.
Yeah, Carnage Hall. Like, I think we should probably do like a special on that.
Yeah.
I don't think we should do Carnage Hall 2 because it's really long.
Okay.
I mean, like I think it's almost 2 hours long.
Oof. All right.
Yeah, it's good to an extent, but it really wears out its welcome. So
Yeah.
I
They really tried to go like try to make it like a bigger and better sort of deal.
yeah, and it the first one's great. I love the first one, and I would love to see that get a bigger release or any release. Has it
I need
gotten
to rewatch
anything? Like, I didn't think it had anything, but
No.
the second one was just a little long for my taste, but
Yeah.
it's all over the place. I mean, it's like so many different plot lines and stories. I got really confused.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it had high aspirations.
It's a really throw a kitchen sink movie. They really throw everything in there, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, Carnage Hall, I would gladly watch again. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I need to watch it again, but I remember really digging it, and
Yeah.
I would love to cover it. Just
Are you making a list, Chris, of stuff we should watch while we're there?
I will be.
Okay. I mean, I can start writing this stuff down so I don't forget either. But
I have a mental note of the things that I know that we want to check out, not just SOV.
Just anything in general.
Fun garbage in general.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who wants to go first? I can go first.
Okay.
Yeah, you go first. Yeah.
This one I don't think was a labor of love.
I'm sure it was.
I think this one. So my pick is
Zombie Cop. Okay,
Zombie
yeah,
Cop.
You
okay,
did.
yeah, that wasn't a labor of love, but
So I mean, the reason it wasn't really a labor of love is because this is part of a series of movies that J.R. Bookwalter and Dave Dakota teamed up on, and it was Dave basically saying, "Hey, make this amount of movies in this chunk of time, and do it fast," and
yeah,
and with JR coming off of shooting on film and going into the video market, him and his crew, the Tempe crew, they weren't exactly the most jovial and excited about it. But I will say that out of all of that group, that worked with JR was probably the most excited about Zombie about Zombie Cop, as opposed to the other ones that they all had to do. But he specifically, I mean, he has said that now he certainly doesn't find any merit into any of these films, regardless of the fact that he cleaned all of these old movies up and, re-released them on Blu-ray in the best quality that they've ever been,
yeah,
with special features and whatnot. And so that's cool that he recognized that, hey, man, just because I don't like it doesn't mean, there's not a fan base, and clearly there's a fan base.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I still have my Bad Movie Police double feature.
Yeah, so
I'd have to go over to my shelf and get it off too, but
this is one of the ones that I rented, Cinema Home Video, from Video Connection.
Yeah.
I probably rented it in 92. And I don't know, like these types of movies, and I would say specifically like what JR was doing, maybe not all of them, but for the most part, there's a reason that he inspired me and kept me going and kept me thinking that, hey man, I can do this, and I'm going to do this. And because regardless of the fact that it was shot on fucking, pick up a camera video,
yeah,
run of the mill video, like there's good shots, there's for the most part good lighting and fun, horror lighting, and they may not seem like they were trying, but to me, Zombie Cop comes off as a very like coherent and fun little dumb SOV movie.
Yeah, definitely.
It's dumb. It's certainly dumb, and some performances that are straight out of LBP. But I'm very entertained by Zombie Cop. I think it's one of the best of his Cinema Home Video, group there. That bunch of movies that he did. For me personally, and that just might be just the feel of it, how absurd it is, the voodoo of it, the look of Zombie Cop.
Yeah,
this was right after Darkman, So I don't know, and the effects are cool, and the the blanks and the gun shooting, and there's a 20-minute 20 miles an hour car chase at the end of the movie with like the actors hanging out of the cars, on top of the cars, like shooting at each other and fighting and shit like that. And to me, and certainly, when that came out, I was 15, and I was like, it was a year into LBP. I was like, this is something to aspire to. This is like, oh, if we could do this, man, this is the cream of the crop. SOV. So I don't know, man. Like I really dig it. And I'm going to read the synopsis here. During what seems to be a routine drug bust, a hardened cop named Gil meets up with a Haitian voodoo doctor named Dr. Death. Death is shot while chanting some voodoo ritual, but manages to kill Gil in the process, cursing his existence for all time. In the nights that follow, both Gil and Death rise from their graves to carry out eternal life as members of the undead. Gil enlists the help of Stevens, his human partner, and together the duo track down the ghoulish Death, who is continuing his nefarious plans for world domination. And I'm going to show a trailer.
Oh, man.
I think it's just a testament to JR is like a great director, like he can do these things, and he's got such a good eye for it,
All right, you ready? Here we go.
4 King 30, we are on the scene. Potential hostage situation. Wait! It's Death.
I curse you, Gil. Your boss will walk the earth for eternity.
Well, they lost me when they said he doesn't like donuts.
Another thing about the movie. There isn't a scene where there's not music.
Yeah.
There is music in every inch of that fucking movie. I was just like, oh man, like it's a little relentless. It's not, somebody had to sit there and like put together this soundtrack, you know,
Yeah.
for the whole goddamn thing. But it's a breezy 61 minutes. It's got some fun extras. It looks, better than it ever has, and that's my recommendation. You can go to makeflix.com and pick up the physical media, or you can go to Tubi because it's free on Tubi, and you can check it out along with a shit ton of other JR movies. JR Bookwalter.
Yeah, that popped up in a search when I was looking for something else. I saw that come up, and I'm like, Zombie Cop.
Yeah, this is the Dave Dakota and Matthew Jason Walsh days there, where they were all like working on these movies back to back to back to back, and they just, some of them are stinkers and some of them are like just real fun. And Zombie Cop is just
Zombie Cop.
That's just fun. Real fun.
Yeah, man, just fun.
All right, that's a solid pick, Chris. Clint, you want to go? You want me to?
Yeah. Okay. So I don't own my movie yet, but I do want to get it. And my pick is Houseboat Horror. It's an Australian shot-on-video movie. Hold on, let me look at. I forgot.
Yeah, so you mentioned it. I think it's 89.
89, yeah.
And when you were talking about it, I went and watched the trailer, and I was like, "Where the fuck did this come from?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. I had known about it, and a movie we were talking about earlier that I've seen, but I don't think you guys have seen, Blood Lake.
No, he's seen it.
Oh, you've seen it.
Yeah,
Okay,
Andrew's seen it.
Okay, so
I have not, surprisingly.
Yeah. So I had heard about Houseboat Horror, and I remember it was on YouTube for a little bit, but the quality was like really bad, so I just turned it off. But recently, Shudder, it had a Blu-ray release from Umbrella, which is a Australian DVD Blu-ray company, and then Shudder picked it up and has the Umbrella transfer. So I was like, let me give this a watch, because I needed a palate cleanser after all the bad movies. I think I watched The Watchers that day, and I was like, man, I'm on such a terrible streak of like watching movies. Like I need something entertaining.
Yeah.
So I turned it on, and then I think I texted you guys like within like the first 5 minutes or whatever. I was like, yeah, I made a good choice. So it's a Friday the 13th ripoff, but instead of in a camp, it's about a group of not magicians, musicians. It's a group of musicians that are making a music video. So they run a couple houseboats, which I guess are huge in Australia. And then they go and they film their music video out on this lake. So it's like there's a ton of characters. There's the band, there's the like the director, the producers, makeup people. There's just so many people, and so the movie starts with like a cool kill, someone getting chased. You never see the killer until like the end of the movie, but he has like this cool like curved machete. So it's just it's like Friday the 13th slasher stuff, which is my jam. Friday the 13th, my favorite horror series. So it was just cool. And then it had effects in it, and the lighting was great. I mean, that was like one thing that I noticed, is this transfer from Umbrella was amazing. The movie looked great, and you could tell like professionals made this. It wasn't just people, the Polonias going out and making a movie. It was these people worked in the film industry, and they had access to like the nice cameras, So it looked great. It was lit great. The night scenes looked amazing. and it had some cool effects in it. And then like the killer was goofy looking. Like, have you guys ever seen the movie The Prey?
Yeah,
What that guy looks like? He's kind of like a bald,
like a weird alien looking almost.
like Toxic Avenger, but
Yeah.
like way worse.
Yep.
So this guy was like the Dollar Tree version of that. I mean, he had like his head was real messed up looking, but I mean, it was fun, you know. Like I was just cracking up, like. So it was just now it was like refreshing to watch, just like a camp slasher movie. But like these Australian guys, it was directed by a duo, and I think the one guy was in like television, directed a lot of television before. Maybe not a lot before, but he directed a lot afterwards, a lot of Australian TV. But this was the only movie they made. And
Really?
yeah, I was like, why? This movie was awesome. It has like fire. There's like pyro effects, like people being lit on fire and stuff. And like, it was just cool. Like, yeah, I really dug it. Like, it was just like exactly what I needed. And so like, I've got it in my eBay cart right now. Because I definitely want to own it. Like I want to watch it, like show it to people that have never seen it. Like, dude, you got to watch this. It's like one that I would show to people and watch again.
I want to see this Umbrella transfer because the edition I saw of it was when Netflix still rented discs.
Yeah.
And I remember it was in my queue for months, and then it finally like became available, and I was so excited to check out this movie I'd never seen. I remember liking it, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably been 15 years since I watched it.
Yeah.
So I'm due for a rewatch, but I remembered liking it.
Yeah, it's got a music video built into it too, which is something I always like these in the 80s. There's always music videos built into movies. There are some parts where it's like there are some lulls in the action, so it's not like you know it's not like one of my favorites, but just for something that I've never seen before.
Yeah,
it was worth a watch. It was, and like I want to rewatch it. Like,
and it was shot in the 80s, but didn't it get delayed coming out? Like, wasn't it like not until the 90s that it came out, or is that something?
Sure, very possible. I mean, depending on how late in '89 it was shot, you know.
Yeah, I remembered hearing. I think it's that movie that it actually came out a little bit later.
Yeah,
it definitely had that '80s vibe to it.
It was cool. It was like, I dug it, and I'm a sucker. I mean, most of my picks have been like slasher movies anyway. Yeah. So, it was just right up my alley. So,
no, I would definitely rewatch that too if you guys want to throw that on the old list.
Yeah. How fast can you get it?
Well, it's on Shudder too, and I have a Shudder account.
Okay.
Yeah. All
right. Well, yeah. After I watched the trailer, I was like, I want to see this.
Yeah.
Like, this looks like.
Yeah. If I remember it well, it was a fun one.
All right. Well, let's do this. Let's watch Houseboat Horror from 1989.
Been some terrible things happening here. Fire. My little brother was killed. Terrible. I don't know why film people have to cause so much trouble.
Houseboat Horror. Australia's first made-for-video horror spectacle, where a rock and roll band and film crew meet their demise, one by one, by knife, by axe, by machete, by harpoon, by horseshoe. Scenic Lake Infinity, featuring Australian television's cream of the crop, getting chopped, including Alan Dale, Gavin Wood, Animal, Louise Siverson,
Animal,
Michael Housen, Christine Jeston, Craig Alexander, Stephen Whitaker, Pepe Dior, and many more. In fact, the only thing bigger than the cast of Houseboat Horror is the body count, with knockout Brian Mannix song hits. From the dark imagination of Ollie Barton comes a new wave of blood-gushing suspense. Houseboat. Horror.
Yeah. It looks incredible.
Peppa Dior.
Yeah, that the names all sounded like warlock names.
Yeah. Animal. Like, yeah, I that looked a lot better than I remember it looking. So
Yeah, I mean the YouTube, the link, the version that was on YouTube like years ago was, I mean, looked like it was filmed on a potato, so it was
yeah.
unwatchable. But this, like, I couldn't believe how good that transfer was.
Yeah, I might have to look for that myself. That's awesome.
So yeah, so it's available. You can get it on Umbrella. You can watch it on Shudder if you have Shudder. I think those are the only places where you can get it. But definitely check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's good stuff.
Yeah, that's another one we should add to the list.
Yes. Right.
All right, man.
All right, Andrew, what you got?
Well, I slightly cheated. I've got a twofer because it came in a twofer pack. Hook of Woodland Heights and Attack of the Killer Refrigerator. I figure it's fair to do a twofer because Refrigerator is like 15 minutes long. It's not like a full-length movie, but this really is actually my second time watching it. I rewatched it. But TerrorVision, again, another pick for me from TerrorVision.
Yep, I have that Blu-ray
solid,
set as well.
Solid set. Yeah, got the old sticker. But yeah, honestly, I watched Hook of Woodland Heights first, and I really, really enjoyed that. It's a twist on the old
The Hook,
the urban legend of the Hook. But this couple goes out to a shack in the woods to make out in their car. Why, I don't remember why they aren't in their car, but there's an escaped mental patient. The twist is, instead of a hook for a hand, I didn't quite understand this. He has a meat fork that's not a hook. It's not really. It's the meat hook fork of Woodland Heights. Mental patient escapes, goes to a guy barbecuing. Guy goes in the house. This guy steals some food and steals his fork and shoves it in his stump. And goes on
Real
a killing
builds
spree.
it up.
Yeah. He looks like the guy from Killing Spree too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, as
crazy
best
hair. Yeah. But goes after the teens, goes killing some folks. It's your traditional slasher stuff, but really solid. Also has a sweet music video on the Blu-ray. I forget what the band name was. The Heartbeats, Hooked on You. Pretty solid music video, but I was a big fan. I really, really liked it. And then on the same disc, Attack of the Killer Refrigerator, which you didn't like it?
No.
Oh, see,
The best thing on that set is Hook of Woodland Heights.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you. Hook of Woodland Heights is better, but Attack of the Killer Refrigerator, solid fun.
Same folks, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
Blu-ray is. It's like the same filmmakers.
But
And
yeah,
then there's also their Killer Turtle documentary is on that, right?
is it?
Snapped.
I think. Yes, Snapper, the man-eating turtle
right.
movie that never got made. I need to watch that. I didn't watch a lot of the bonus features, so maybe I will watch that this evening. Killer Refrigerator, they thaw out the refrigerator at a house party. Then the refrigerator wakes up and goes on a killing spree, eating people. Why? I have no idea. I can't really explain that, but shocking twists and turns around every corner about a refrigerator killing people. It's edge of your seat excitement.
Andrew, do you remember the first time you saw it? Hook of
The refrigerator?
No, Hook.
Hook? Did I watch it with you?
Well, you? So I saw it because of you burned like
Yeah, yeah.
a collection of stuff for me.
Did we watch it together though?
We probably did, and this was like
Oh, that would have been a long
time ago.
2011,
Yes.
2010.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the longest time, that's how I had the
Just
movie.
the shitty burnt copy from you from years ago.
Until I bought the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And then I tossed the disc.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This double set it's quality. It's another stunning release from Terror Vision. These guys are
the first time I ever saw it was actually on YouTube in the early days of YouTube.
Yeah.
Like it was, I remember one of back in when YouTube first started, people were just uploading movies,
Yeah.
but there was a 10-minute limit,
Oh, so it was cut into pieces, like part one. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember watching it, and it was like Hook of Woodland Heights Part 1, and having to watch it all the way through like that.
I remember those days. I don't miss that. But yeah, this one, it was a lot of fun. This is probably the third or fourth time I've seen it. So Hook of Woodland Heights.
It a lot too.
Yeah. I could watch that music video all day long. So, it's not as good as Haunted Ween.
No.
But what is that music video choice?
All right, let's watch the trailer to Attack of the Killer Refrigerator and Hook of Woodland Heights.
Katie, isn't this great? Our own little hideaway.
Tommy, do I have to worry about coming here alone with you?
Sometimes I'm just going to say, what the hell?
A few minutes, Brutus, I'm going to sink my teeth into this beautiful piece of meat. Oh, I bet you want some, huh? You can't wait for the bones, right?
I tell you, ever since we got that ice off that freezer box inside, that refrigerator hates us.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
I don't want to bother you.
Oh, no, you just scared me.
What are we gonna do? I heard footsteps. I know I
Katie,
hear.
your imagination has really gone too far this time. Besides, I'm in the prime of my life.
If you keep doing what you're doing, you're not going to have a pump to prime.
Oh my God! Okay, I won't ask any more questions.
So, where were we?
You guys still need me? I mean, I could go change your bedpan.
Minty Dave. Yeah, I mean, this movie I would say is a really good gateway film almost for shot on video because they're just dumb fun. Like these would be something you could show to somebody and go, this is SOV. This is why we like it. Because they're both short, fun, lots of blood, lots of guts. Also, Hook of Woodland Heights, the dude had a car covered in baseball cards.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was all about, but I remember laughing about that when I saw it too. Would definitely recommend this one to shot on video newbies. They're both fun.
There you go.
There we have it.
I like all the movies we talked about today. These are besides mine, I will own. Once I do own it, I will own all three of these four that we talked about.
Yeah, I think I need to track down Houseboat Horror now that I saw how clean that looked, comparatively speaking. Yeah.
It looks good. I'll wait to watch it with you guys, but then I'll decide.
Yeah.
Are you gonna pick it up before the end of the next month?
It's very possible. I can make an offer to this guy selling it on eBay right now.
Is it only can you find it anywhere else? Like, does Diabolic have it, or is it just eBay?
They might. They probably do. But I don't care buying used, if they got good reviews. Yeah, it looks like you can.
I mean, again, if we have to shutter it, that's fine. We can just shutter.
Oh yeah. I just meant for my own personal viewing.
Yeah. It is on Diabolic.
Okay.
Sweet.
There it is. Yes, it is.
Let us know if you've watched any of these. If you're going to watch them. If you did watch them.
If you're thinking about maybe possibly watching them in the future. Has anybody commented on anything that they've watched stuff after we've recommended it?
Yes. Yeah.
I've had some people message me too and then say, I bought this because you talked about it. And then I said, well, let me know.
You.
Then they watched it and they were like, I loved it. So
yeah, I just did 2 live shows just on YouTube. And yeah, people were just like, man, I want more of those SOV vigilantes. They're great.
Yeah,
When are you guys gonna do them?
Yeah.
So they were recording Monday. So, But
well, yeah, I'll have to try and watch something again soon so we can do another one quickly for the fans.
Yeah, I want to bring on. I know Bruce Longo wants to come on. Andrew, we should get Elijah on.
He said he'll do it. We just gotta, whenever we decide we're filming next, I'll talk to him and see if he's available.
Yeah, there's folks.
We're in the midst of SOV summer here in Kansas City.
Yeah,
so.
Saw that. Yeah.
yeah, it's getting hot.
All right, guys. Clint's like, yeah, can we get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, fuck you guys.
All right, well, there we go, guys. This was an interesting one, but filled to the brim with SOV and wishing we all lived closer to each other.
Yeah,
to go do cool stuff, and a little mainstream horror as well. There you go. What a packed episode.
Jammed it all in there.
Cram packed.
So that's it. So thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll leave you with this message from Andrew Baltus.
Stay vigilant.